What's up, guys? It's Lionel back again with another video, and today we're going to be reacting to one of those videos that people post that I cannot stand, where they try to make it seem like you can't be a developer today. Like there's no point in learning coding, like coding is dying, although this entire world is ran by technology. Like what the like, come on, how many of us know people who are old and don't even want to like use GPS? Come on, bro. The AI drives the airplanes technically, but you still need a pilot to take off and land. It may shift, it may change, but learning to code will be a crucial skill forever, no matter where you find yourself in the future. Like, yo, my mic has cat hair on it. Anyway, let's get into it. The lighting is crazy right now. I need to shoot more. Oh yeah, shout out to everybody who has subscribed, bro. This is crazy. I just started this channel not long ago. I've got comments that I will respond to. Shout out to every single one of y'all. This is blowing my mind, and we're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep making videos every day because this is what you have to do to get a job. So let's look. Let's look. Coding is over. Perfect. This guy. All right. Coding won't exist in 5 years. You might be right. That's a little scary, man. He's from my town too. Um, 10. That's 16. Okay, this one's only 13. Actually, you started wrong. Yeah. See, I stopped watching this when I realized this guy is just straight up trolling. But let me click it and point out how much he's trolling so that people just know this is really like satire. But the problem is you have a dude like this who doesn't say that he's trolling, and he could legitimately be turning people away, and I don't think that he even cares. Let me look in the X Google text leave. Is it still worth it? And he also did a crypto scam, which really had me not vibing with him.
Coding's still worth it. You know, as an ex-Google ex-Meta tech lead myself, I may be one of the most qualified people out there to answer this question for you. It is an unequivocal no, it's not. We're entering an age of AI, ChatGPT, no-code solutions, and oversaturated job market where everyone in the world seems to be learning to code.
We're gonna stop right there. Anybody who has ever tried to code with ChatGPT knows how much finagling and freaking with it you have to do to get it to work right. You're almost better off coding yourself.
Including their grandmas, and general loss of consumer interest in downloading yet another app or bookmarking yet another website. Software engineering may be becoming another dead-end job if it wasn't a dead-end job already. You know, every once in a generation we see the collapse of an entire career path. You know, in the past year I haven't coded at all. In fact, I've been traveling. I just came back from Costa Rica. It was great.
That's because he's a YouTuber. He's not
There was zip.
He's not a developer. We haven't seen him build anything. And for the past 10 years, he's been saying ex Google tech lead.
Blinding, I saw sloths, birds, monkeys. And you know what? I had joined this tour group. When I sat down for dinner with them, they did not want to talk about coding. Coding bored them. They wanted to talk about soccer, the Red Hot Chili Peppers, music. A quick pause. If you're looking to bring your side hustle to life, then you want to check out our sponsor, Skillshare. Make 2020...
Plugging Skillshare while talking about coding being dead is insane to me. We're gonna skip that.
The college delusion, where people were scammed into spending hundreds of thousands of dollars and wasting 4 years of their life on a useless degree which they viewed as the gateway to success but really led them into Starbucks baristas jobs. And so the coding delusion is similar, where a lot of people put coding on this pedestal, viewing it as the gateway to success, whereas really it just leads you down this terrible 9 to 5.
That's a fallacy, bro. I cannot stand when people try and do that. You gotta watch out for people who do that. For people who like to do that, like point out something obvious that everyone knows, like, okay, a degree can technically waste your time. Now, similar to that, learning to code can, like, hold on, slow down, bro. Coding can lead you to the promised land if you're, have the right mentality for it. if you have it in your heart that that's your desire to code and to build things and to build apps, and even if you are going to be working with AI, that's fine. You got to be tripping to think that you can't get a job in tech just because you're not coding, or just because you're not writing the code yourself. You still are going to be better off learning it. Get to build, though. Get to build. And artists, we can create. Come on, bro.
Slog of a job, in which maybe you're getting paid 60K per year. Maybe a little bit more, sure. But it was originally viewed
60K per year is a dead-end job. It's a little privileged.
as a way to become the next app millionaire, the next Mark Zuckerberg, Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, or Steve Jobs. This is not reality. That was 20 years ago. And you see this all the time in Silicon Valley and software engineers
Also,
where
that's
they're
just
just
a
saying,
start.
well, you've got
they're
the
gonna
code.
start you
If you're not developing, if you're not writing code, then you're not doing anything. You're doing some clown stuff. If you're not typing C++, hello world, for loops and if statements, do while loops, then what are you doing? Now, by the way, you may be wondering, what is this beautiful mechanical keyboard on my desk, and it just may be perfect. The Keychron Q1 Max, I'll talk about it at the end of the video. The landscape has changed so much, people are no longer downloading apps or visiting websites. Most internet usage is now consolidated into the top 5 to 10 top social media applications like Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Maybe that's about it. However, on these social media websites, you now have code influencers who essentially are people who can't code, who have never coded in their lives. Maybe they're React developers, and they're just selling you the dream that maybe you can be a cool programmer.
Little diss to React real quick.
Or software engineer, and really their whole entire identity revolves around making programmer jokes, coding memes, idolizing tech CEOs. And it's a throwback, a callback to the days when this used to be the path to success. And yet, these code influencers will continue to sell you this Ponzi dream scheme of an idea that coding will somehow make you rich, setting you free, when in reality that is far from the case. Coding itself has become a Ponzi scheme, preying on poor, uneducated people who think that they're going to become the next Mark Zuckerberg if they just learn React. Let me tell you something about React. React is the language of the slaves. It was originally developed by Facebook for its mass army of junior engineers who could not develop at all and who had no logic or reasoning at all. I mean, these people they messed up all the time, and so they needed a language that was impossible to mess up in. And so they developed React, which was a language that...
Bruh. See, this is that shit where he's trolling, and it's some if you know type shit. React, when it was created, solved the nesting problem. I wasn't even around then, but I know React was industry changing for a reason, solving a problem that wasn't realized until we got there. Now, it may have gotten a little out of hand. It may have taken over a little too much. Someone more experienced than me needs to talk about that. But I at least know enough to know that he's trolling. He's joking. This is satire. It's for views. And there's no warning or anything like that in here. So there's people who get turned off from software development because of this. Like, that ain't right.
void of all logic, control flow, where all you had to do was wire up the button to the state, and everything else was immutable, such that it was virtually impossible to mess this up, and any fool could be developing this. And so the reality is, if you're a React developer, which so many people are, you're not actually a real software engineer or developer, because you're not putting to use any algorithms or data structures, and there is no career path to anything higher than that. You're basically doing the job of an automaton slave that eventually ChatGPT will be able to do for us. It's also relevant to note, I'm one of the few software engineers who will actually tell you this because I'm able to step out of my role. Most other developers and people in Silicon Valley have their heads stuck in the grounds, and they completely miss the social media revolution. They miss the no-code solutions, still thinking that STEM degrees are the path to success, looking to the old ways of making money where they get...
I'm with them on you can skip having a degree, but everything else is kind of... He's tripping.
2 weeks vacations per year, making a good income of 80K per year. They think that's pretty solid. And yet they completely missed out on the social media revolutions and no-code solutions that have minted an entire generation of millionaires. What really
So he was having a blast on that zip line, bro. Whee!
happened over the past decade was the construction of an entire consumer layer, the media layer, that comes between your app, service, or website and the consumer. And that is where we see some of the most successful people today working. And
Where is he?
I'm talking about people like Andrew Tate, Patrick Bet-David, Mr. Beast, Ben Shapiro, Joe Rogan. All of these people are building media companies, and yet Silicon Valley seems to have completely missed out, and not only missed out, but ignored this entire trend, pretending that it doesn't even exist. And yet this is that layer that comes between their apps and websites and the consumer. They don't have distribution anymore. And so while Silicon Valley is still busy competing to see who can be the best developer with the best Emacs Vim key binding setups and who can install Arch Linux the fastest, and I'll give you a hint, the best developer is whoever can write negative lines of code. All code is technical debt. Right? Stop writing code. You don't even need algorithms anymore. These days, everything is just powered by machine learning models and hallucinations. The rest of the world, meanwhile, has already moved on to better, more interesting things and faster.
I almost want to stop watching because
ways
it's getting ridiculous.
Making money than the 9-to-5 grind. This past year, I've taken a vacation basically every other month, visiting Hawaii, Scandinavia, Japan, Italy, and Greece, and Costa Rica most recently. And during my travels, I met so many other remote workers and wannabe digital nomads living that Instagram influencer travel lifestyle, because that's what people want these days. You see, the role of the software engineer was originally founded in the 1960s for a sedentary lifestyle where you would earn maybe 60, 70K per year, not accounting for inflation today, can't even keep pace with inflation, in which you would work 9 to 5 and retire around age 60, 70, maybe never or so, and that was considered a pretty decent, solid lifestyle. And these days, it's just not good enough. It's too slow, it's too low pay, it's too low status, and it's really becoming grunt-like work, and there are just better, faster ways to make money. I think in today's society, actually, if you really want to be at the top of your game, and even to say top 10% of the population or so, you may want to consider going the entrepreneurial route. Now, of course, not everyone's suited to become an entrepreneur, and it's pretty hard work and not very fun either sometimes, but it's easier than ever for people to become entrepreneurs these days, unlike in the older times. And arguably, being a programmer is simply just not as high status as it used to
This is why my mic has cat hair on it.
be. And status kind of is everything. Recently I was going through the book Vanderbilt by Anderson Cooper, and in that book they've got these rich people, ultra elite families who are born with money, and the thing they realize is, yeah, they've got all this money, but nobody knows who they are, and so they spend the rest of their lives trying to acquire stuff.
Hold on, let me make sure. Did I click the right? Okay, I was about to say I'm tripping.
Status is everything. And so they're throwing these balls, these parties, trying to elevate their social status to get into elite social circles. And the problem with software engineering fundamentally is that you sacrifice all of your social status, your time, your health, your youth, your physical appearances, your looks.
Yo, why he do Vitalik like that, man?
Any sort of interesting characteristics or personality you may have in order to become just this nerd who all they have left with.
Yo, for y'all who don't know, he's Vitalik, alright, he created Ethereum. He's one of the masterminds behind Ethereum, which is the most important thing that happened to crypto. And everybody knows he is some type of human from the future. He's not human. He's a robot. He's an android. To pick him to make... He's like, don't be a software developer because this is what you're going to look like. Like, this dude, when he was 14 or something like that, he is a computer. So, come on now. This is rare.
With this money, right? You're trading everything for that salary job, because software engineering ultimately is kind of it's not exactly high status work. High status work would be the type of job that you would want to do even if you were rich. Something like, say, directing a movie, being an actor, maybe being a novelist or a painter.
All right. That's
something that would get you some social credibility. Being a coder, a grunt worker. I mean, you might as well be a janitor at that point. I think it's also worth noting that there's two types of programming, really. One type of programming is for slaves, the other is for entrepreneurs. But the slave type of coding are skills that really only work within the walls of a corporate company. And these skills are impossible for you to make money with, but may make you a good employee. Skills like unit testing, right? Companies love unit testing. React, Scrum, Agile, Redux, documentation, code cleanliness, model view controllers, design patterns, Java.
This is where if you know, you can tell he's just joking.
Doing things the right way. If you're doing any form of this kind of development, they're essentially slave skills. They're only really useful within the walls of a company, but they're useless outside. The real skills that will actually make you money are like PHP and jQuery. That's why all the PHP developers drive Lambos. Now, don't get me wrong.
Again, everybody knows PHP is like the least paying language to learn. So let's just go ahead and stop it there. And this is just an example. Maybe this was a bad example because it's obviously, that's his thing, is being like that. But for people who don't know, like, bro, there's no clue in here. But let's see what the comments are saying. Opinions. Some claim overvaluation. I don't know what he's talking about. Coding is the only occupation I can think of outside of organized crime that allowed my lazy self to earn enough money. Get out of here. This is what happens when you become the tech lead. You start forgetting that someone still has to write all that code. Is watching your video still worth it in 2024? If you could sit through a tech lead video and still don't get discouraged, congratulations. You've passed the motivation test. Seriously. All right, yeah, so, man, he's just a troll. Like, don't watch his videos. Next time I'm going to pick one who's actually trying to be logical with that point of view, with that perspective. Hey, I'm shooting a video right now.
Oh, okay, love you, bye.
Love you back. Okay. So before we wrap up, I was thinking it would be cool if I responded to some comments here on a video. Just want to say again, shout out to all y'all who have been following and joining the school. We have a lot here. We have a lot coming this year. I'm working on a podcast that I'm going to be shooting with Tim, the architect, the architect and the builder. He works for Paramount Plus. He knows a lot of recruiters and other self-taught guys who are going to come up there and drop knowledge, motivating everybody and talking about the industry. We're going to do portfolio reviews and all sorts of stuff like that. So be on the lookout. It's going to be weekly. It's going to be well produced, not just me hitting record on this cam in my room. So, thank you to everyone. Join our school.com. When you get in there, you have to try and type something for it to say join this community. I need to post an invite link. I'll put the links to everything in the description. Shout out to everyone who joined the Discord as well. Please like, share, and subscribe. This year, we're motivating people. We're stopping them right before they quit. Before they have even built their portfolio. I'm noticing how many people have not built their portfolio yet. So we're going to start doing that. You don't have to stick with the one that I'm going to show you how to build, but it will be a great start. And we're going to take it from ground up. Not on no WordPress template, no Wix template. We're doing Gatsby template, which is the actual, at least you have the code that you can modify it yourself and deploy it on Netlify for free. But yeah, let's get into some comments here. Not gonna lie, some of these videos I came across really discouraged me. I was about to put my journey on hold until I came across this video. This helped. Thank you. Bro, come on. That's exactly the mission, man. Well, that's crazy. That's the mission. And it's great to know that it's working. You've got this. Don't give up. Don't give up. This year, we're breaking through. Yup. Is everything really wrong? Don't give up. Okay. Cool. Keep this fresh content up. Homie, I will do anything just to make money, even try learning this coding. All right. Yeah, man. If you want to, you can, bro. Thanks for the motivation. Boot camps leave out all of the concepts needed to be a well-rounded IT professional. Hyper-specializing your HTML, CSS, JavaScript web development while leaving out networking, databases, cryptography, security, engineering, mathematics, digital logics, theory of computation, embedded system IoT, operating systems, compilers, software development, computer architecture, data science, machine learning, AI, graphic is Jesus. A full trained IT professional is supremely versatile in their skill set, able to switch from one world to another. And that's what companies are looking for, versatility. I will say true. Yes. My company that I'm working for, shout out to y'all, V and C at Washington's Hammer. You know, it's basically you get the job done. We're moving along as we build our product and we prepare to go to market with it. It is improving every day, every week, and that's what most important. Using all of these things, learning as we go, building, solving the problems, and making progress is what matters the most. So, thanks for my thoughts exactly. I already said exactly. All right. Okay. Loving your content, bro. So right about all these programming YouTube channels. Fear mongering right now. It's crazy. I've been learning to code for a little over a year, trying to swap career fields to something I actually enjoy instead of my dead-end factory job I've been at for nearly 10 years. I feel your pain, brother. Just keep being real and relatable. Your channel is gonna blow up. Yo, shout out to you, bro. I'm unedited. I'm not editing until I find an editor. And that's the way that I'm able to do this every day. Is because, you know, like I've been seeing ways to grow your channel. You're supposed to have like the goofy thumbnail. Y'all caught me that one time when I tried it, and I was so happy when it didn't move my metrics at all, because I was like, okay, word, I don't have to do this. Yeah, let me reply. I've worked in warehouses and drove 10 hours a day. You worth it in the end. Straight up. How stable is a job in tech? I'm currently learning to switch job. It might take a while for me to learn. Yes, bro, it will definitely take you a while to learn. But as far as I'm seeing, tech jobs are very stable, as most of the world is ran with technology, and it's only going to grow more. Yeah, don't believe the hype. You gain a subscriber, but please avoid talking at the same time as the vid. It's disorienting. Okay, I wasn't even looking at like what video these were for. Okay. I remember, see, that was my first time doing it. This time I did a lot better at pausing. See, at first I was thinking like, maybe, because sometimes when I watch videos, I get annoyed when they keep pausing. I'm like, bro, can you please stop pausing the video and talk at the end of the video? So I was trying to sneak in, you know, stuff during the video, but I feel you. Thanks for the sub and the feedback. I'll keep that in mind and try to do. Okay. Now help me understand why you keep grabbing the sticks. Team OCD, ADHD superpowers. Yeah, for real, man. I have ADHD, unmedicated, so you know, I have my little tips and my little tricks to try and like sit still, but it's a struggle out here. I'm playing on hard mode. last part about being not into the corp kind of job hits hard. You speaking truth, bro. Also, shout out from Russia. Positive vibes to you. Yo, shout out from Russia. That's crazy. From Russia. Respect. Wow. Bro, can you do portfolio views while you give advice to others who are following the path of self-taught developer? Hacks? You're the one. So my homie, my homie James, who has been coding for, sorry, my homie James, who has been coding for 30 years, took a screenshot of this exact comment. I woke up to this where he was saying, bro, we're going to get you more developers. We're going to get you sponsors. We're going to get subscriptions, free subscriptions. We're going to do contests. We're going to start doing portfolio views. Bro, this is about, y'all are really going to see. We're about to turn this. We're going to turn it all the way up. All right. So we're going to do portfolio reviews. We're going to have recruiters on the pod. We're going to do a lot, man. You have no idea how much this comment has started. Bro. And much more. What is this? Self-taught developer. I'm just gonna like this one. Oh, I already did. Okay, so that's it. That's it. Hopefully this isn't too long. 26 minutes. That's not bad. Shout out to you if you made it to the end of the video. Please like, share, and subscribe. This is day 10 of posting every day in a row, I believe. We'll see y'all next time. Peace.